Listen, Monk Mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, if you practice Monk Mode will save you from not getting stepped on out here. Listen, I repeat, Monk Mode and retaining your seed will avoid you from catching an SA. It will avoid you from interacting with negative and bad wolves. It will avoid you from dating. It will avoid you from wasting money. It will help you go in the generational run. Listen, at the end of the day, SEX does not give you this many benefits. I repeat, SEX does not give you this many benefits. Listen, at the end of the day, why would you not want to practice Monk Mode? Monk Mode is how you power up. If you don't practice Monk Mode, if you don't retain your seed, listen, you're going to give lazy energy out to the world, and lazy energy is going to come back to you. At the end of the day, you got to understand, flee from all lust. Listen, what happens is if you don't practice Monk Mode, if you never retain and flee from lust, when you become a multi-millionaire, if you do become a multi-millionaire, you're going to simply fall. Listen, at the end of the day, lust destroys kings. I repeat, at the end of the day, all lust destroys kings. Listen, at the end of the day, Monk Mode is how you avoid bad relationships. Monk Mode is how you build. Monk Mode is how you stay to yourself. At the end of the day, listen, why would you not want to practice Monk Mode? If you don't practice Monk Mode, you will never be the man. At the end of the day, you have to practice Monk Mode, because a guy who really takes life serious is gonna retain for dear life. A guy who really takes his future family serious is gonna retain for dear life. At the end of the day, listen, Monk Mode got your back. Monk Mode is not gonna have you trying to develop pickup lines like AMS and red pill content. Monk Mode will save you from hating women. I repeat, Monk Mode will also save you from hating women. Monk Mode will help you stack money. Monk Mode will help you become attractive if you actually go to the gym and change your life. Monk Mode will actually change your life. Listen, Monk Mode can get you to multi-millions. Monk Mode can get you to Ferrari and a Lambo years. At the end of the day, Monk Mode cuts ties to everything that is distracting you. Monk Mode cut ties to everybody who is trying to manipulate you. Because when you're on Monk Mode, the thing about not having SEX and going on long streaks and not having XCX is mental clarity. Your skin becomes clear. Your eyes become clear. Your discernment. You develop discernment because you have clear vision. You're not blinded to lust. Listen, lust blinds a man. I repeat, lust is a man's kryptonite. How could you be a superhero if you're not on Monk Mode? If you're not retaining your seed, you're not the good guy. I repeat, if you're not retaining your seed, if you never go at least 5 to 7 years without women and without SEX, at the end of the day, you would never really grow a healthy relationship for women. You'll always think women are out to get you, when actuality, you are the one who initiated. You are the guy who engaged in it. You are the guy who walked up to her and asked for her number. Listen, Monk Mode saves you from begging from a woman's number instead of pulling up in a Ferrari. Listen, at the end of the day, listen, there's no XX site, no corn site that will help you solve problems in life like Monk Mode. At the end of the day, you guys gotta take this Monk Mode journey serious. At the end of the day, how you gonna get the glow if you not retaining? Dudes want to relapse because they tired of the glow. Listen, at the end of the day, never be tired of the glow. Listen, you should never be tired of fighting in a spiritual war. Listen, this is spiritual war. And if you're not on Monk Mode, you are weak. I repeat, the greatest benefit to Monk Mode is a man gets his warrior strength. I repeat, the greatest benefit to Monk Mode is a man gets his warrior strength. If you want to be strong around women, listen, all women are attracted to strength. Listen, they don't want just a strong guy. They want the strongest. I repeat, they want the strongest. Every time you release it makes you the weakest. I repeat, every time you release, it makes you the weakest. At the end of the day, listen, you are a man. You have masculinity. You were born to be strong. You were born to go through spiritual wars. This is what God sent you to earth for. At the end of the day, listen, go on monk mode. Find out what it is that you're calling on earth. And at the end of the day, all you got to do is consistently attack. Consistently attack. Consistently attack. Instead of attacking the cat, you can attack on content. You can attack red pill coaches. Listen, on monk mode, we're the only guys who see that red pill coaches are lying. You have to not lust after sex. Listen, as soon as you lust after sex, listen, I'm here to tell you, lust is going to get you on child support. Lust is going to get you on alimony. Lust is going to get you a divorce. Lust is going to make sure you pick the wrong wife. Lust is going to make sure you talk to the wrong woman. Lust is what brings you out to the bars and the clubs, and you want to drink alcohol with women that are not your wife. That's caused by lust. Guys go to the club so they can get a woman that they can bring home and smash. It's all lust. Every guy in the club is lusting. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter if he pulled up in a Lambo. At the end of the day, that guy is lusting. At the end of the day, if you don't go to the club, just go to the bar, get you a drink, and then dip out, and you don't talk to nobody, you just dip out, listen, you're different. You can't do that unless you're on monk mode. And I don't advise you to go to a club or a bar. Listen, at the end of the day, when you're on monk mode, you can grind so hard that you get a mansion. And inside the mansion, you'll have your own bar. Listen, there's nothing more masculine or more manly about having your own mansion with your own bar, with your own club, with your own bowling alley, with your own basketball court. At the end of the day, listen, the reason guys have no motivation in life, they have no drive to accomplish things in life. Listen, monk mode is gonna keep you not average. I repeat, monk mode is how you're not gonna be average. Lusting over women, lusting for sex, wanting to bust that nut, you just want that one nut. Listen, that's gonna get you on child support. That's how lust works. Once you want to just get that one little nut, like when guys are addicted to the hub, they can't stop beating themselves. Listen, they always want that, we'll retain next week. Just one more. That just one more could end your life. That's all it takes, is just that one more. Just that one more got these guys on alimony. Just that one more last smash got them on child support. Just that one more is the reason guys are not faithful to their women. They're cheating. At the end of the day, if you guys control your lust, you won't have these problems with women. Actually, you'll actually be around real, humble women. At the end of the day, when you're lusting, you're not going to be around a real, humble woman. You guys have social anxiety. You guys are nervous around women. This is what happens when you have lust. This is what happens when you don't practice monk mode. How could you be around the next top model, Miss America, Miss Brazil, Miss Iran, Miss Israel, Miss Mexico? You can't be around these women if you're lusting. You're going to be nervous. You're going to come off as weird. You have social anxiety. Listen. Monk mode is how you kill social anxiety. Monk mode is how you destroy social anxiety. You're not going to have anxiety because you don't want anything in return from a woman. Guys who have social anxiety, they have an end result with women. This is why they're nervous, because they don't believe that they can get to that end result. But at the end of the day, if you don't have an end result with women, if you don't lust after women, you're never going to be nervous, because everything is just going to flow. When you're trying to force relationships caused by lust, listen, lust is the reason people force relationships. That shit gonna make you force relationships, bro. At the end of the day, 5,000 for you. I repeat, at the end of the day, 5,000 for you. It's gonna be 5,000 for you. 70%. Now listen, all the guys that are actually smart, you're not gonna allow 70% to come out of your income. But let these dudes keep lusting. Listen, I'm telling you, they gonna catch SA charges. They not even gonna be around in 2030 to see the 2030 batch of women. Listen, women are getting more beautiful and beautiful and beautiful every single year. At the end of the day, listen, lust for what? At the end of the day, listen, what comes with that camel toe? Disrespect, one language, not able to be a good business partner. Listen, most women will not benefit your business. If you're worth 10 million, most women can't get you to 15 million. What's the point of lusting? At the end of the day, if you don't have lust, you'll find the perfect wife. The Bible says a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. I repeat, the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing. At the end of the day, if you're lusting, you're not finding a wife, you're finding somebody to smash. The Bible doesn't say anything about that's a good thing. At the end of the day, I've never heard Jesus in the Bible say, run toward lust. If anything, in the Bible, it tells me to flee from lust. So at the end of the day, listen, monk mode is in your best bet. If you weren't born into millions, at the end of the day, it don't matter if you come from Section 8. If you live in a hood right now, or if you live in the suburbs right now, listen, if you want to run it up and you don't want to go on another generation of generational curses, listen, at the end of the day, monk mode is in your best bet. Listen, retain for dear life. You got to understand. I could barely get it out. You got to understand. Listen, monk mode gang, you know what's going on. Listen, bro.